Hello, lovely. Welcome to today's Divine Masculine Insights reading. We are using the Under the Big Top Tarot. You can always find the decks that I use on my channel on my Amazon storefront. So I just kind of put all the decks I have in one place so that you guys can get them as you need to. So check that out in the description. I'm going to bless and shuffle and we'll get started. So, Queen of Cups and the Fool. Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine seem to be ready to focus on the same things, but from their different perspectives, their different positions in the divine realm. Okay, so what does Divine Feminine have to do with? Hold on. The Hermit. Divine Feminine has in the past used the heart to shine, kind of like the lighthouse, shine the beacon out. Now, Divine Feminine is using love, which to me says that there is an opportunity to actually offer it in this season. Okay, so we're in contact here, or we are. There is an open channel of communication. Something's up. All right, one more, and then the Two of Wands and the Divine Masculine, kind of stepping into this unique, authentic, creative power that is theirs and theirs alone. That's how they are willing to step up and step in. This says Divine Feminine, you've been here for a long time. You have been standing in your fullness for a while. Most of you actually have been. And that's because many of us, before we ever even found Twin Flames, had been on numerous spiritual journeys and have always been kind of ascending in a way. Divine Masculine is finally taking on that very, I think, it's, I would say there's passion, but the role that they're taking on requires more than passion. So I'm just curious is all. I'm just sorry. Okay, hold on. I need to, because I'm getting another message here that says Divine Masculine during this season is going to have a bit of a change of heart from how they've always done things. So, okay, hold on. I got to kind of keep up with, I need to keep going. Oh, yeah. Okay. Queen of Swords. So the communication that we're receiving is about what? Page of Pentacles. How Divine Masculine is going to go out and do these things, okay? The choices that they're going to be making. So, all right, we see that there is a shift, there's a transition. We see that there is a sudden beginning for Divine Masculine, which I think would mean an abrupt end. And we see that there is a need to open a line of communication. So, Divine Masculine, did I split this? My brain is, no, I didn't, did I split? Yo, my brain is shook right now. I obviously just split. Oh my gosh. Grace, what do we need to know, Divine Masculine? What is going on here? Ooh, ooh, okay, all right, all right. Okay, and last one. All right, so we've got kind of like a main energy and a clarifier is what I feel like I'm supposed to be doing here. Divine Masculine, what is happening here? What are you trying to say? Because I feel like it's almost like there's a channeling energy coming through. Ten of Wands. The abrupt ending is happening in something that they had previously committed to. This was the plan. Okay, they committed to a plan. They put a lot of work into it. Whoa. Ten of Wands, Ten of Swords. So for some reason, they want you to know that this ending is happening. I think they got the wand. I'm sorry. I think they got the sword. I think they got the cup. I think they got the love, like kind of like lovers, major arcana energy. So that would mean they were missing. No, they got the pentacle too. They already had that. The only thing they're missing is the wand, the right wand. Okay. Now that's interesting because we know divine feminine is the divine spark for divine masculine. So what they're missing, but they already have passion about the other side. I'm getting chills. I think what they're missing is another component that's required for them to move forward. We have it. They're missing it. The ending that's happening is happening willingly. There's a lot of important details coming through here. And the Ten of Swords says even though it's painful, there's actually a lot of nonsense and drama that's going along with it. So the divine masculine has matured in several areas. Okay. What are they thinking about right now? What are they Yeah, cuz it's almost like here's the what the real message is, but here's what we're going to get out of it. So what are they thinking? The Hanged Man. They're trying to escape. They're trying to get out of here. So they're in the midst of this ending. But the beginning has already started. What's happening? I wonder if that's the plan. That's what we needed. Okay, because he has three wands in his hands. They were committed to a plan previously, but the wand was not theirs. It was somebody else's. I don't think the divine masculine is able to get their own wand. But this reading is deep. Okay, Grace, you're gonna have to explain this one. Some of you are aware in my channel that I see the Hanged Man as having multiple meanings, including one of them is that is the King of Wands, okay? The King of Wands, after he hangs on the Hanged Man tree, gets off and he cuts a branch and he takes it with him. But the difference here is this Hanged Man is going into water. He's not just being hung up, he's hung up upside down. And there's a different, I guess you would say, like a different way to go. It's not, I don't want to say the word on YouTube, they might demonetize me. But what I'm thinking here is what they are reflecting on is how this was not the way they expected this to happen. Okay. This is not according to either plan. And what they're thinking about is how they're going to go about taking what needs to be taken when there are certain things they cannot take in the physical. I believe this is where they need the divine feminine's mind. They need the way that you think, the way that you see things. They need your perspective on this, because without it, all they can really see is everything falling apart, everything that's messing up. So divine masculine in this case, this group, this collective that we're talking about, they're aware of you. They're aware that you love them. They're aware that you have kept that beacon open. There may have been communication throughout the journey. And now there's something really specific that they want to come through and say, but this is what they're going to tell you. This is what they're trying to figure out, but this is how they're going to say it. Again, it's page energy. They're going to tell you how they're going to go out. And so this is actually the Hanged Man. But since he's going into a big old cup of water, and then right next to it we have Page of Cups, and we have the same outfit that this guy is wearing is right here next to him. So divine masculine may not actually tell you, hey, I'm hung up, strung up upside down, about to go into a bowl of piranhas, and I really could use your perspective right now. They're just going to say, yeah, I'm getting ready to handle something, and, I just wanted to maybe run something by you. They're not going to tell you just how bad it is. So this is interesting because this is presenting two really clear energies that almost seem like they don't have anything to do with each other. I'm not even talking about this. I'm talking about from the very beginning. There's this energy of divine feminine, being present, being ready, being aware, standing firm, standing tall, knowing exactly what to do. And then you have divine masculine, who's kind of been all over the place. But now there's a new start. There's a new beginning. But for some reason, they're hung up on the ending, mainly because I don't think that this is all by choice. It's almost like when someone says you're fired and you say, I quit, versus when someone says you're fired and you say, no, no, please, please. It's like the firing was already in motion, but the quitting kind of tries to take back control. There's a willingness to leave. So there's something about this that there's this, it's like divine masculine is just trying to get in where they fit in and make it work where they can. And I think that's kind of why they're not going to give you the full message, but they really do want to at least let you know the main parts. What I would say to you is, if you can tell that they want to tell you more but they can't, then maybe not pry, but just say, hey, I want to help you the best I can. Is there anything you're not telling me? Maybe you don't want me to get upset or you don't want me to be afraid for you. Is there anything I need to know? Because I really just want to give you the most sound potential advice, or again, even just my perspective as I possibly can. If they're trying to push you away and they're like, no, 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 I don't really want you to know about anything, you can kind of tell they can't give you details, or you can just tell, don't push, then don't do it. Let them tell you what they're telling you, because I don't think this is necessarily about you really being able to help them. I think in their mind, you're the only thing that can help them because they need that mental peace. But in reality, there's nothing you can actually do as they're talking to you on the phone from afar, saying, hey, this is about to happen when it's actively happening. What are you supposed to do? So, okay. What's very interesting, though, is we saw the Queen of Cups, and that tells me that long before this ending and beginning and this transition season we're in right now, long before all this happened, it was all set up that you would send this love and this feeling and this knowing to them. Because this is where I said they're aware of you, they know you, there may have even been communication, because there is hope that they have right now, but without that love that you had sent in the past, without you holding space for them, they would not be thinking right now, oh, there is a way out. I know my divine feminine can think of one. So, this is a very clear message that says don't be too afraid that you've put in effort and it hasn't borne fruit, because the truth is you plant seeds and they come up at the perfect moments, and this is a magical seed. So we've seen the page energy a couple times, we've seen two tens as well. Again, you can kind of sense this leaving one and moving into the other, and I get the sense of leaving behind the what would you call that, minor arcana standard cards, and moving into court energy. Okay, so maybe we haven't necessarily made it to major arcana. Maybe we're leaving a major arcana situation and have to kind of go through some other stuff to get to a different major arcana energy. But we're also not stuck in one, two, three, four energy in some old thing. Okay, it is very clear. The numbers that we're seeing so far are telling us we are moving forward, and at that, moving into those court energies that kind of have this bridge between the lower level stuff that we do and the higher stuff in those major arcana energies and cards. That's where you can look at the queens that we've seen so far, and they almost have this empress energy to them, even though they're just queens. So to see them moving into that court energy, two queens, two pages, two tens, two major arcana, I think, no, three major arcana. Yeah, there's something about this that says there is divine balance being brought to this situation through this abrupt ending, sudden new beginning, let's go. Okay. What are they emotionally feeling right now versus what they're actually going to explain or even express or reveal to you? Nine of Wands. They are afraid. They feel outnumbered. They feel like they really don't know how this is possible. And what I mean by that is, yes, they're going through the motions, but they're almost in a state of shock. So sure, they said, "Oh, you're fired," and they said, "Oh, I quit," but they haven't actually made it home yet. I actually gave an anecdote very similar to that one day, where it was like the person blows up, they quit their job, and they're really riding high. They're riding on that adrenaline rush for a while, but it's not until they get home, they put the box down from work, they sit down on the couch, and they think, oh, what am I going to do? It really sinks in. And I don't think that this shift has sunk in just yet, but I do think there is this sense of awareness of already felt like, the, what would you call this, the fire had gone out on this old plan. I already felt like I had lost my steam and lost momentum, and now it almost just feels like I'm being forced out, but I really haven't gotten the message yet that this is supposed to be happening. So we've got Hanged Man and Nine of Wands. The Hanged Man energy is that, person kind of stuck because they've been caught up with the law, I guess if you want to call it like divine justice. Nine of Wands is he's stuck, injured. I often tell you guys he's sitting back at the last war rate. What would you call that? Last battlefield, just kind of standing there because he can't really go forward. So the good thing about that is he doesn't have to do any more battles, but the bad thing is when the war is over, he's the last to know. So this divine masculine has, I think, been kind of holding space of their own in this old pattern, almost like waiting in the wings, like a plane sitting on the tarmac for hours and hours. But at the same time, for some reason, the change still felt abrupt. So I think this that what's happening here is denial, but also pressure from the outside. So this is how they're feeling. What are they going to show you or tell you? Oh, they're not going to talk about themselves. So we have the Queen of Cups sink showing back up again. And now you can kind of understand when I said to you, all right, you planted this seed a long time ago. First and foremost, that hermit energy, that nine, right? You let them know. Wow, there's so many repeating numbers, aren't there? You let them know a long time ago, hey, I love you and I'll always hold this light for you. Then that something happened where you were able to kind of give them some sort of information through the ether, through the smoke, through the mirrors, whatever was going on. Somehow you got this through to them and they knew you loved them. They knew they could always depend on you. And you, I think, are the reason why they're even going to survive whatever this is that's being done to them. You're the one who showed them the way of the wetsuit, if you will. Okay, if you can see what I'm talking about here. So, this is interesting. They're going to act like everything's fine. They're going to act like it's just a part of the show, okay? But in all reality, behind the scenes it is just a lot of emptiness, darkness, feeling off kilter, feeling insecure, feeling disconnected. So, okay. Finally, what is the overall purpose of this reading and I guess this point of contact or communication, or why do we need to know that something's up with them but they're not going to tell us about it? Why is this so important? What is it we need to know about them? I guess we'll start. Okay, dude, this reading is nuts. I did split the deck, right? But even if I didn't, it doesn't matter. I shuffled for these cards to come out this way. The Queen of Swords. The purpose of this reading is to communicate something very important to you. And I think that it has something to do, again, with whatever they're letting go of, whatever's being taken from them, whatever is happening, they need you to know right now that this is occurring. I just don't know what it would mean to you. You know, for some of you, this is the message you've been waiting for, but for others, I think even you're going to have to sit back and go, you know, if they called me tomorrow and told me XYZ, how would I feel? What would I do if they told me tomorrow I've decided to start the process of divorcing my partner, my spouse, but it's going to take a couple of years because it's going to be really bad and I know I can't be with you because I don't want anything to come up in the divorce, and you know what I mean, like something like that. What would you do if they said, "Hey, the thing you've been waiting for is going to happen. You still have to wait though." Cuz it's almost like to say some of you needed to get this ahead of time so that you could know to push them or not push them, or to understand what you mean to them even though they might not be telling you everything, and to focus on what they need from you in that moment, which is that love, rather than trying to push them to give you something that they don't even know the answer to. It's like you have to have all this information and you had to understand that whatever's happening right now is directly tied to you sending them these beautiful blessings, and again the love, the beautiful downloads and messages and dream sequences and everything that you send them, everything you do. So this is kind of the point of this. This is what you need to know about them. I think even it says is that the only strength they have left is yours. But remember, they're missing the wand. Yeah, remember that. I don't know why that just came back up. Okay, so what do we need to know? Look, it's crazy. So it's the third page we've seen, but we've now seen the queens and the pages so many times that it's obvious that it's saying, look, you are the queen. I am the page. You are aware and really powerful and all these things. And I am this lowly person. And all I can really do is act, is pretend, is try to make it look like I know what I'm doing. And I think that what they need to say to you is, okay, here's what I'm doing right now. I can't tell you what's happening because you'll freak out. And I can't tell you what's happening also because I don't really know what's going on. But I do know that this season is ending. This is over. Yeah. There's a master builder energy to me. This also says, I need you to know that everything I'm doing is leading to this point. But I think maybe they're saying, send me the wand. Send me the wand, divine feminine. Send it through like you sent through the love. Send it through like you sent through the sword. Send it through. What was the other thing? Sword, cup, wand, pentacle. They already have the pentacle. That was probably the idea. And it is because it's connected to you here. So yes, what you need to know above what they're maybe afraid to tell you or afraid to admit is that they need you to send the inspiration. It could be by giving them the answer. Your perspective might help change everything, giving them a new hope or whatever. But there's something that you're supposed to send them that's going to give them a new idea. So, okay. This is kind of the first time in a while I feel like this very direct message coming through saying it's not just about what you're going to hear or getting contacted or whatever. This is saying whether they call you or not, you need to send them the magic wand. And I don't know what that means to you, and I think it's going to be very important for you to figure it out. That is the purpose of this message, is that whether you get the communication or not, you need to know the impact that you've had and the impact you will continue to have. Someone has not only given them a fake wand and then taken it, but if you remember that Two of Wands, that guy was holding the wand up, all the way up in the sky. Okay? He was ready. He had the fire going in. It was lit again. And I think this is saying, send me the wand so that I can get out of here. Or send me the wand so I can set this place on fire, figuratively. Send me the wand because they lied to me, gave me a fake wand, and it wasn't even mine, and they took it back. But you have my wand, divine feminine. You have been holding my heart. You've been holding my mind. You've been holding my spirit. Send me my wand. So, divine feminine, I don't know what this means to you, but as you and divine masculine both, oh my gosh, I do know what it means. Grace, this is why you pay attention. Oh my goodness. You guys, I know that we don't really like to go through the cards like this but okay. Look at that. Send me my wand, divine feminine. From the very beginning of the reading, this was the beginning. Send me my wand, just like you send me everything else, so that I can leave, divine feminine. That's what's missing here. Wow. Send me my wand so that I can go forward. That is the only thing I have left. In the bindle, I will put everything else that I already have. The only thing I need is the stick to carry it on. So, okay, divine feminine, this is a lot because there's going to be so many different messages that come through. If you're willing to share, what is the wand? Is the wand a physical thing? Is the wand a spiritual thing? Is the wand a mental thing? Is it a business idea? Is it some sort of clarity about what they're going through? What is the wand? If you're willing to share it, please do. There are so many divine feminines who are just discovering all of this stuff, and many of them will be hidden from this channel for a long time because our message is so different and so freeing, and telling you don't need the YouTube algorithm. And why would the YouTube algorithm promote our channel when we tell people, hey, you don't need to watch this stuff, you can live your life without it, come back whenever you need to, and that's it. You see, so it's like there are people out there who may never see our readings or only see one and never know all this stuff. You guys, leave the comments. This could be the reading that someone comes up on at the beginning of their journey, when they're at their wits' end, whatever it is, where they're confused, they're frustrated. Please leave the comment. What is the wand? Okay? All right. I need to go because this was a lot. This is not what I thought this was going to be. This was just supposed to be a 3-card reading. Like, I know it kind of still was, but oh my goodness. I'm Fiery Grace the Gifted. I am an intuitive life strategist here on YouTube. If you're interested in working with me, I have very, very, very powerful tools available for twin flames, things that I have built as someone who has a degree in psychology, as well as someone who has a vested interest in making sure that our loving relationships, our love lives, whatever you want to call it, are something that is enjoyable and peaceful and not something that destroys us from the inside out, that comes from, you know, I'll raise my hand like it's AA or something, right? And be like, I was addicted to boys. I was addicted to probably like maybe even a little bit of sex in a way, or just the feeling of having the intimacy and craving the romance from the romance novels and all that. And I'm telling you right now, I have a vested interest in you increasing, growing, ascending, and becoming a better person. And I have put a lot of work into making myself better in those specific ways that would probably benefit most of you. Again, not all of us will have the same problems, sure. But many of you connect with me because you've been there. You've dealt with that same stuff. So if that is you, let's have a call, let's have a chat, or even let me do a reading for you. But I used to shy away from calls. I only started doing them like last year. But I realize now that as much energy as it is to channel and download, and when prophecies come through and all this stuff, as much as it takes out of me, pouring back into you guys, anybody who has like a understanding of love languages knows that it fills me right back up. So I really am pushing, let's have a call, even if it's just one call. I bet I can change your perspective on your journey forever, and maybe I can help you do the same for your divine masculine, okay? So if you're interested in working with someone who is in union, check out my website, thefierygrace.com. I've got courses. My divine masculine has a reunion course specifically designed to help you resolve your issues for reconciling with your divine masculine. So if you're interested in working with a DM or going through and doing some coursework for your journey and not just watching readings, but maybe getting some work done in a way that translates into 3D, where you can feel really strong and ready for that communication with your DM, go order the Road to Reunion course. I have the Reunion Journey Toolkit. And again, there's just so much other stuff. So if you want to work with us, why haven't you yet? You know what I mean? I have a great sale going on. I actually just remembered it. It is the August special. It is a phone call, a recorded reading. Actually, I'm just kidding. It's a phone call or a phone reading, a recorded DM or DF reading, and then the summer exclusive package, which includes 4 readings, including a channeled love letter. So, if you're interested in all of those 3 things combined, it's a bundle. All those things are already on sale. I made a bundle, and now that's even more on sale. So, if you were thinking about getting any of those or all 3 of those, go ahead and order the August special. And that's everything, guys. I've done my spiel. I've encouraged my people to connect with me as my client. And I've had more than one client lately kind of encourage me to connect with more people, especially knowing that I might be transitioning into a different ministry next year. So I want to make that clear, guys. I want to be available to you the best I can. So I hope that I have helped you, whether it's here during the reading, in another reading, or if we can connect in a call or a reading that's personal to you. So I love you so much, guys. I'm really, really excited about this energy. There's something about it that feels like the signs, the syncs, and everything that's coming through, like this DM is really ready. So if this resonates with you, I want you to leave some sort of wand or stick or rod or long, skinny thing in the comment section in addition to your comment signature, okay? I'll talk to you later. Peace.